Hello, Maddie here. Thank you for joining me again for another video. We're talking about Enchanted by Gail, Carson, Levine. Gail Levine. Okay, y'all. This is a very well-loved book. Very well-loved copy. Enchanted is my favorite book from my childhood. It was my absolute favorite book for the longest time. Then I reread it when I was older, and I was like, that's a good book. It's meant for kids, and you can tell. I love this book. I don't even know what to say about it because it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel very comforted. It's one of the first books I remember being read to me by my sister, not by my father. My father read Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia, and I don't remember the name of their series. There's another series in there. But my sister also would read to me, and this is one of the first books I remember her reading to me. And it's a retelling of Cinderella, which is awesome sauce. I have to give this disclaimer so it doesn't make me annoyed. If you've seen the movie is trash. Period. Full stop. It's trash. Forget it exists and read the book. It is so much better. Don't get me started. We're not getting started. So it's about this girl who, it's a world where newborns are often given like gifts by fairies, and she is given the gift of obedience, which sounds nice. But like with lots of spells, if not put correctly, it can manifest in weird ways, such as she literally, when told to do anything, has to do it without you even thinking about what you said. You don't realize you said a command. You know when you learn in English class, it's not imperative, maybe it's imperative statements, where it's like, it's just a sentence that doesn't have a subject. It just has like a verb, like an action verb. And one of the first examples is, it's her birthday and someone hands her a plate with cake on it and they say, eat cake. And she literally cannot stop eating cake until someone says, stop eating cake. You're like, that's so rough. So it's about this girl that has the curse of obedience and what she does about it. Cinderella, her mother dies at a very young age. But when she's young, she is very good friends with the prince. His name is Prince Charmant, which means charming in French, if you are at all curious. He goes by Char, Prince Char, and they're, childhood best friends. And she gets sent off to like finishing school, and he gets sent abroad for, diplomatic whatevers. When she makes it back, it's the whole process of her getting turned into the family servant and her having to live that way, and what she has to endure and what she has to go through, while also kind of trying to hold on to hope, and the prince coming back but not getting to see him, and them exchanging letters back and forth and all these wonderful things. And it culminates in 3 evenings of balls. For a little while, I think it's the last 3 chapters of the book memorized. Like, I had it straight up memorized because I had read it so many times. It is so good, and it is so wonderful, and is so wholesome. The range of books on my channel is maybe not diverse in terms of like genre, but they can be very diverse in terms of density, especially like emotional density, and like just how difficult they can be to read on like your psyche almost. This book is in no way takes a toll on anything. It's wonderful, and it's cute, and it's precious, and it's unique. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think you will too. If you literally want to sit down and 232 pages, but like kids 232 pages. I bet even any adult that isn't even super into reading could read this in like one sitting. It'd be like watching a movie. Like, honestly, probably about the same amount of time as an adult reading it. And it is cute, and it is fun, and it ends well. It's got the Maddie guarantee, 100%. So I super recommend it because it's a reprieve But for me, more than anything, it's a revisitation of my childhood, of, you know, one of the books that really kicked off my desire and my love for reading. And like I said, this is a very well loved book. It has been bent and broken and ripped and traveled, and it's wonderful. One of my reading habits that I know, it actually can be semi divisive, to be honest. I really like dog earing. Book people, just hear me out for 2 seconds. Most book people do not like dog earing. Dog earing is where you will just fold over the page to create a crease so you can use it in place of like a bookmark, so to find where you were. And most people don't like that because they don't like you ruining the book that way. I like doing that because because I'm such an avid rereader, I like knowing where I've stopped before. I don't know why, but I'm not like this like history buff, and then it's like, I want to talk about different time periods and dynasties and ruling emperors and queens and whatever. No, I like history in the history that you could like literally never know. The history of, okay, this house was built in like 80s or something like that. Who all has lived here? Who built it? Why was it built? Was this like a development? Was this neighborhood a development? It probably was, because there's a handful of not all the houses are the same, but like there's only like a handful of different houses, like layouts. But like, okay, was this area like developing? Who was the first people to own it? Like, what was their family like? Were they, a starter family, kind of like a starter family home like us? And just I like knowing the history that can't be known. What happened in this room, in this spot? Was there serious discussions? Was this a kid's room? Was this, an office like it is now? Was it a bedroom? I like knowing that history that you can't actually know. But I can do the best I can to know my own history that I forget. So I really like dog earing because I like knowing where I stopped. And so I don't mind when other people dog ear because I like knowing where other people stopped. I think that's probably just me, but I really like it. So I dog ear my pages. But here's a fun Maddie factoid that if you ever pick up one of my books, not any of my books, but especially my favorites. If I am dog earing because I don't have a bookmark, I will dog ear the top corner right here. If there is a passage, a scene, dialogue, whatever that I really love that I want to come back to, I will dog ear the bottom corner. So if you look at the top corner, you'll see where I stopped. If you look at the bottom, you actually see places I want to revisit because I liked them so much. There's a fun fact for you. This book doesn't have any of them, which I actually find surprising. That's because it's been a hot minute since I've read it. Because like I said, I reread it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a kid's book. But I could still tell you everything that happened, what order it happened in. I could tell you everything. And it will forever hold a very special place in my heart. It will forever be a book that I look to as the beginning of it all, but also in terms of books from your childhood to hold on to into your adulthood, it's not a bad one. It really isn't. Even though it's simple and it's easy to get through and it's very sweet, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And life is hard, but good things can come and will come. And you just gotta be strong, and you just gotta put your best foot forward at every moment and hope that one day that will be the difference, and that will be what, maybe pulls you out of whatever kind of badness, darkness, whatever rut that you're in. Simple book, but good encouragement, and just so cute. More than anything, it's cute. Love Char and Ella. They're like the best. They're adorable. My first dog, his name was Charmant, and he was, oh man, he was such an anxious pupper, but he was precious. So I just wanted to, I give y'all glimpses of my life, especially more like the mental health way and like whatever. But this is a glimpse into Maddie as a young reader. What was she reading? And why was she reading it? And why does she still have it in her favorite books? And why is it? Because I have a favorite books shelf and it is still on there and it will forever be on that shelf, no matter my age. So, just this little snippet, this little short little video of Into Childhood Maddie and where I've come from and where we're going. I hope you guys enjoyed this little lighthearted, fun snippet of Childhood Maddie. And with all of that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great night, great week, great weekend, great month, great year. I hope you have all the greats because you're truly worthy and deserving of them. So until next time, bye. There you go. Good idea.